Mic on.
There we go. There we go. Audio check. Pew, pew, pew. Pew, pew, pew.
Mic on.
There we go. There we go. Audio check. Pew, pew, pew. My voice is all, I don't know why it's so loud. It's like my settings. Oh, I know what it is. My settings are all messed up. Okay. Ugh. I sound super nerdy. Pew, pew, pew. Welcome to the channel. Welcome, welcome. Was gonna run some a dangerous guard against dangerous hostiles, right? So I've unlocked the 5th tier. Let me see what I got here. My kidded. I'm kidded. Yeah. I'm kidded. I was gonna guard against dangerous hostiles. Let me get my second mission here. So I added up all the time. Call to arms, accept offer, that I spent grinding out Delphi. And it was 110 hours of Delphi. And I think that's fascinating because it's actually significantly quite painful. And I recognize some serious flaws in the mission sets, right? Like, I was highly disappointed once I had unlocked the final tier. I had come to realize that a lot of the secondary, like when you're into the second tier, you know, like number 2, you have like defend agents, and then you have take over a bunker that's already been captured. But when then you go to 5, that secondary mission set doesn't scale. You don't have like 4 waves of take over a captured bunker. Or when you get to senior, you don't have 4 waves of captured bunker. And so it doesn't scale. And so as you grind through your last top tier sets, you don't get any additional missions complexity. You just get, let me rephrase it. You don't get any additional mission types. You just get an extra mission difficulty. And it's very lackluster considering that it took 100 hours to grind through. It's subpar holistically when you look at it. Like, they need to have a mission set that, like, when you get to the senior tier, you have a like a lieutenant that spawns in there. One of the same lieutenants that spawns from one of the same lieutenants that spawns in like the Orison event, right? And then he'll have a document, and then you loot his body, and then you take that document, and you have to take it back to Orison and then turn it into a secure checkpoint. And of course, it adds another layer of difficulty, but it also makes it'll have a higher payout with a like maybe there's a data tablet that you have to loot off this body and take somewhere. And yeah, it really needs a lot more work considering that the time ratio, you realize as you grind through all these missions, they're semi-flushed out at like the tier 1 and tier 2, but after tier 3, they rapidly become diminishing returns. And that's kind of what I realized as I pushed into that final tier. That final tier, I mean, they're still fun to do with friends, right? But that's weird how my hangar bay is open. So I figured, I'll log on. I'll do one dangerous. We unlocked all the bounties to the ERTs, and I had heard that they made them significantly more complex, and that they would scale with a group, but they don't. And the major problem with really. That leads to another problem set. So people like to sit out in front of Grim Hex and try to kill people or grief them. And I realized that Jumpstick Town is supposed to be the PvP zone, but the problem is everybody respawns at Grim Hex, and it creates a an environment of griefing at Grim Hex because why am I still drifting sideways? There we go. I gotta find this waypoint. I don't know if it dropped off or if it's still. There it is. It's way over there. Okay. So I gotta try to bounce out of Grim Hex so I don't get griefed. But it's crazy because it gives, I guess to get to my point, the missions really need to be flushed out at the, like when I hit F2 and I go to Delphi, and I get into like anything past the 3, so the 4, 5s, and 6, same thing here, right? The 4s and the 5s, there needs to be a significant more variety, because for 4 and 5, I'm literally getting the same mission, just more NPCs. There's not even an additional, there is an additional drug. Oh, that reminds me. The drug contraband mission is trash. I hate to say that. I don't like to say anything is trash, but they need to take the containers from 600 down to 300 or 675 down to 3, because, and 2 reasons. It's the narcotics, destroying the narcotics is only like a third of the mission difficulty, but it creates an environment to where 70% of the time it just bugs out. It's just broken and it bugs out. And if you could reduce the chance of it being broken and bugging out by reducing the contraband that you have to, it would just reward the experience significantly. But I recognize, they're developing assets and they're working on all these projects, but they kind of need to halt. Like I would, after they release 3.18, I almost think they need to do a tactical pause on, before they do Pyro, before they do any of these days, and flush out the gameplay loops, because right now all the gameplay loops are fairly janky, and they're not refined at the higher level reputations. They just need so much more work. Like we did this 5 times yesterday, and one of the things that I realized is that the first 2 times it just bugged out. It was either the elevator wouldn't go down, or there was always some issue. And so it's the process. The game is beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I'm not, it has phenomenal potential. But it's kind of like holistically, when you look at all the issues, it's like, I'm glad that they're still working stuff out on the PTU, but they definitely. Let me open up the back door. Let me get out of the seat. Let's see how this goes. Hey, thanks for popping in and checking the channel out. I appreciate you. If you could like and sub. I've been working on 500 subs since 2017, so it's been a slow, painful crawl. It's kind of going on my little rant while I, talk about some of what I've discovered since I've maxed out the Delphi. Let me show you, since you're checking me out. If I go right here and I click on Delphi, you'll see as I go under Crusader, I've merged into the final rung, lead security. And holistically, the problem is it really just adds 1 mission, and it's really, it should add 2 or 3 mission sets to the difficulty level. What do we got here? We'll take this. We'll take this. Anything super sexy? Not really. Oh, here's another one. And so, yeah, they need... Ooh, what do we have here? Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. I was like a good sniper. Buring is my favorite. Oh, here's another chest. Holy shit. Bearing is my favorite. I always load up on these scopes, even though so I post up, blop, blop, right? He's clear. I got to get through here as quick as possible. Check around the corner. Cleared. Okay, they'll probably come through the hallway right here. They'll probably rush the hallway right here. No? Okay, so they're in the back then. And I want to try to... Oh... That was super sloppy. Holy shit. That was super sloppy. Oh, why are they pushing me? Motherfuckers. Dude's jinxing my shit. Pushing me into the traffic. Did he jinx out my display? How come it no longer says... How come it no longer says what my status is? What the fuck? Do I have a crime stat? Crime stat 0. History. What happened? See that, and that holistically, that's the problem, right? Like, as you can see, it guard against 4 waves, and his ass was pushing me down the stairs, and somehow it did I kill a friendly? No. I'm totally confused about what happened. Like it just I'm gonna load up with shit and then I'll just log out and log back in and see maybe. Oh, it's so frustrating. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what when he pushed me, somehow I'm gonna have to go back and watch the video and try to figure out what happened. But I wasted 15 minutes of my play session Ooh. Yeah, it's kind of doo-doo. None of that shit's worth anything. Okay, we're out. We're outie. I think I checked this one already too. Yeah. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yep, yep. Hey, thanks for popping in. Yeah. I'll just reset. I'll just reset. So what do you guys think? What's your thoughts? Okay. Oh, I think I'm going to end it here.